Hello, everyone. Welcome to Classical Fengshui with George. And today I'm going to talk about the second layer of energies that Classical Fengshui consultant look at. And that is the yearly energy. So do you guys remember what chart I will be talking about? Put in the comments below. I can wait. And if you're watching this on replay, go ahead and comment. And hopefully by the 100-day YouTube on live, you will know this chart. So it is the flying star chart right here. And the example that I'm using is the year of 2021, the yearly energy. Hi, thanks for joining, whoever is watching. Glad that you can make it. And because the reason why I'm using this year, I mentioned how that the illness energy was in my bedroom. So this illness energy, the number 2, was in my bedroom in the year of 2021. Hey, Gigi, I'm glad that you made it. Thanks for joining GGribberish Blog. So in my bedroom, I have the yearly energy, the 2, in my bedroom for the whole year of 2021. So that number 2 stays there for 12 months. Yes. It doesn't move to a different location until closer towards the end of the year. And in Classical Feng Shui, we are basing it on the solar calendar. So around February, that is when the 2 show up in the year of 2021. And within that year, I just want to see how my body reacts to sleeping within the bedroom. So I test that, and my body did not like it. And I did add some Feng Shui, classical Feng Shui remedies as well. But even that wasn't enough for me specifically. So I moved into the living room. So in the year, let's see. So it takes 12 months. So this is one layer, right? And the second layer that I mentioned on my last video was the monthly energy. So the monthly energy for October 2021. Oh, geez. It looks like my whiteboard is the marker is rather fading, or it wasn't best for me to use soap when cleaning. And the marker is a little faded, but you know, we still continue, right? So as you can see, so the yearly energy is in the north for 2021. And in October 2021, another number 2 is there. So one layer is the yearly energy. So then on top of that layer, there's this number 2 as well. So this is also the illness energy. And this is important to know because at the beginning, beginning of the year, you're just dealing with just one layer of the number 2, which is the illness energy. But if you add on a second layer, which is the monthly energy, which is also a number 2, it actually, you have a higher chance, a higher probability of getting sick or some illness or something close to that. It varies person to person, but this is what the theories are in classical feng shui. So if a person is sleeping in the north, and in October, they also still sleep within the bedroom, I won't be surprised if they got sick this month. I mean, not this month, but I mean October 2021. Maybe, okay. October 2021. There. So if person A is sleeping within the bedroom in the north, and also if they're still sleeping there in October 2021, they have a higher chance of there's a higher probability of them getting sick. But then again, it varies person to person. If person A, so this is better. If person A just, how can I explain? If one person is just sleeping just sleeping in their bedroom in the north, but then they decided, but then okay, the example that I'm thinking is, since when I was sleeping in the bedroom just in the north for 2021, I only felt my lower back pain. And I did sleep through some of the night, but not all the way through. But in October, if I would have stayed in that bedroom, my lower back pain could be a lot worse because of how the monthly energy is adding to that layer of the yearly energy. Hopefully this makes sense. If you're a little confused, just let me know in the comments. But also, I also have other health conditions as well. One of them is tendinitis. That may trigger my tendinitis by having these double layers of energy adding on to each other. And the tendinitis, for people that don't know, is inflammation on the forearms. So I can't draw, write, or type for a long period of time. It is getting better. I get to talk more about that and more of my why I started learning Feng Shui. But today, I just want you to see that as a classical Feng Shui consultant, we look at this chart, the yearly chart, and we also look at the monthly chart. All right. So each home, hi viewer number 2. I'm not quite sure who you are, but thank you for joining. Say hi in the comments. So each home, so every home will have this energy that's flying within the north of 2021. And each home in October of 2021 will also have the number 2 star. But the third one is the most important one that I will talk about in my next video. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, and also these stars, so the yearly energy and the monthly energy, they have a different pace or speed of how they fly within the universe, within the world. Because with the yearly energy, it takes 12 months for it to move to a different location. So in 2022, the yearly 2 is in the southeast. Let me just put that. Southwest. I mean southwest. So it takes 12 months for this 2 to move to the southwest. If you can see it. I know the marker is fading, but it's here. Compared to the monthly energy, it takes roughly 30 days for it to move to a different location. And in November of 2021, and yeah, I may need to get another marker. But in 2000, so this 2 also is in the southeast, but it only takes roughly 30 days for it to fly to the next section. And that is why ideally it is important to do your monthly Feng Shui updates. But if you can't, if that is not an option, or if that's too much work, do it at least yearly. So at least once a year as well. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So the second energy is the yearly energy, and the other one is the monthly energy. And for tomorrow's live, I'll be talking about the permanent energy, which is do I want to spoil it? Which is, I say, one of the most important ones, and you just have to find out. Find out tomorrow. Hopefully you guys learned something today. Let me know in the comments. Was this new? Have anybody explain like the yearly energies and the monthly energies? Let me know. My contact information is down and below if you have any questions, or if you want to have a bedroom a bedroom analysis. Yeah, I believe that is it for today. Yeah, I would say that's it. Thanks, Gigi. Thank you. Great job. I like the comment. I'm not quite sure how to show your comment on YouTube. Eventually, I will learn how to do that. Right now, I need to get ready for work. so that people can connect to you as well. So one of the guests that is watching, her name is G. She go by Gigi. GGribberish Blog. I listened to one of her broadcasts. It was very nice. She have a beautiful voice, and I'm also here to like support like smaller businesses as well, and help them in their like yeah no problem, and help them and encourage them by putting themselves out there, even though I know this is not like a perfect YouTuber like life or perception of what a YouTuber is supposed to be, because I'm just messing up right now and I'm making this on the spot. And I just want to encourage anybody that if you want to do more in life, just go for it and take the steps for you to get out of your comfort zone. When I was practicing my like for this live, I was mentioning about my tendonitis and I started crying. Just because I can't like draw or write. Oh, so GGribberish Blog mentioned, you are doing great for a beginner. We all need to step out of our comfort zone for sure. Yes, agree with you. And with the tendonitis, it prevent me from doing what I love to do. I would like to like compete in gymnastics and also draw my own manga series, so a comic. And okay, so I'm telling my why right now of why I started classical feng shui. Is so on Google, I was looking for other alternatives, other natural way of healing, and I heard feng shui helps with health. And for those, and so by doing that, I searched my master. I found her and her YouTube channel, and when I started watching her YouTube channel, I stopped Googling like every like feng shui stuff, because all of that is, well, like the majority of that, it's not legit. And it was good to know that information, because if I would have memorized what the other feng shui consultants was telling what people, like what feng shui is, it would have been a lot harder for me to understand how complex real classical feng shui is. And like, it's not easy. There is a lot of behind the scenes that people aren't aware of. And like, as you can see, like all this, like if you're like afraid of numbers, like this may sound like look terrifying, but like we use this. And on Google, I haven't like in Google, I just get the generics, and I get to say what they are. just because I don't want to like pass that information to you guys. And so because I want my tendonitis to heal. It's an inflammation of my forearms, and I want my arms to heal, and my other like health problems. I have more than one, unfortunately, and that is why it's good for me or anybody that is sick or anybody that have long-term conditions to best not to like sleep in the illness area, so that they can heal faster. So GGribberish Blog mentioned, I'm so sorry to hear about your tendonitis. I love hearing your why story. Wow. You are talented. Doing gymnastics, an artist and a writer. I'm still working on my own why, and yes, Feng Shui is very complicated. Yes, it is. And I also want to like assist like artists, painters, singers, dancers, manga artists, soon to be novelists, like the minorities, like the people of color, LGBTQ, and there's like an S to all those letters, and small businesses, so that we can see more of them, and I can bring into the light of what society standards of like successful, because society wants us to like go to college, get a degree, then get a job, and but is it really necessary to have a degree? And especially like going for the sciences, and of course like parents are involved, especially if you're Asian like me. They want you to be a doctor, lawyer. For any Asians out there or anybody that parents ever told you that they want you to be this because they make money, put in the comments. Yeah, I can totally relate. It's just sad to see that those art, the creativity, that side of the mind is being neglected. And also athletics too, especially like men's gymnastics. The only reason why I applied to the U of M was like there's men's gymnastics. The academics, I could care less. Gymnastics was one of my criteria for choosing a college. Yes, so GGribberish Blog mentioned, yes, Asian parents' expectation is hard to deal with. Yes, it is. One of my criteria for college was there needs to be a gymnastics, like gym. I am still new, so don't expect me to do like something amazing at the moment. Because I always wanted to learn that. But from my background, I was the responsible one out of my like 3 brothers. I'm pretty much the parent for a parent, which is good and bad. But I was too concerned about like my family stuff, where I couldn't even join a gymnastics at a younger age, and also like finance too, which like Feng Shui can help with your finances as well. So I was gonna say this for like a later video, but since I'm ranting at the moment, I guess I will say it now. Because if I would have known about like classical feng shui, I would have told my mother that this is not the right house for us, especially if you're very concerned about money. Because there was countless arguments about money in my household. Like there wasn't never enough. Like it's always cost too much. My mom favorite store is like Walmart, and I'm like, okay, because it's cheap, and like I don't like Walmart, and they're corporate and stuff like that. But I just want to help assist people that if they want to get the best out of the energy of their home, I'd rather have them see someone that is properly trained, classical feng shui consultant, to do an analysis of their home before they buy it. It's like it's like home hunting, apartment hunting. You check out the layout. If you like it, great. If not, go to the next house. And I'm working on a package for this. It's not finalized yet, but I want to like analysis, like a energy feng shui analysis of whatever home that you choose. And for those people that want to work with me, there will be like two options. Like pick a home that you like with your criteria, because that and pick two just because if I had to do more than two, that's a lot of work and a lot of behind the scenes. But then I could give them the option. So this is what the house A is for energy wise. Like, oh, it's not the greatest for like wealth. But then if you look at B, well, this one is better for health. So which one do you choose? And it's up to them to choose, right? After all, it's their home. It's their home, and that is what they want. And I just want to give them the knowledge of the background. So this is like the risks, or like these are the energies. And example, going back to like my parents' place, the stove and the kitchen was too close to each other. With that, because it's so close, it affects finance. Because the sink is a water element. Oh, this might be too much, but the water is so the sink is the water element, the kitchen is fire. Because it's too close, it's very like destructive. And that affects the wealth. If it's at least 2 feet away from each other, you're good. But with my parents' place, it was like way too close. But I will go more later in future videos. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. I will go more. I will talk more during the, I think, 98 days, 94 days after this. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll be live at 10 p.m. September 2nd. I know it's late. Well, for me, it's late, work schedule. But just to recap, after all that ranting, so there's 2 layers of energies. Today we talked about the yearly energy, and the second layer was the monthly energy. And the yearly energy, the fastest energy is the monthly energy, and the second fastest is the permanent energy. So the fastest is the monthly energy. The second is the yearly energy. And there are multiple layers when looking at the energies of one's home through classical feng shui theories and methods and calculations. And tomorrow, I will go over the permanent energy. And thank you for bearing with me. Thanks, GGribberish Blog, for joining. Glad to have you here. It's always nice to have at least one person, right? And supporting each other. She also have a YouTube channel. I don't know, are you posting more stuff on YouTube, or it's just more your blog? But anyways, check her out when you can. And oh yeah, I could send a link, your YouTube link or blog post and Spotify on my channel. If you want me to, I can do that. Okay, podcast. Okay, yeah, I could do the podcast. Yeah. I know. Focus on one thing, right? So GGribberish Blog, Gigi, her goal is to do 111 blogs before the end of this year. And yes, yeah, for sure. And she, I think, did 5 so far, or 5 or 10. So, and me sharing that I'm doing this 100-day live inspired her to get back on that. And I also saw in the comment of, what did you say? Oh, I am still working on my own why. Yeah. Yeah, so working on your own why. It's very hard now just because we're so conditioned to believe what others say, and parents, society, friends. It's hard to know what you want and figuring out what you really enjoy. Am I really doing this for me, or if I'm really doing it to please someone else? That is why for those, I'm ranting again, but for those going into college, congrats. Oh, will I ever go back? I don't think so. To just take the time and reflect of is this for me? And is this what I truly want? And personally for me, it's best that you take the time more towards yourself. And this is why I decided to move out of my parents' place. I will explain that more in other videos, but I had to get going. Thanks, GGribberish Blog. I will see you maybe tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah, so thanks. And for those who are watching on replay and made it this long, thank you. Thank you so much for staying with me for 30 minutes. That wasn't the plan. Well, I didn't really have no plan of staying that long. Remember to subscribe, click the red button. I think it's here. And share this video. if anything resonated to you during my rant, please share in the comments below. And if you have any big dreams or goals, let me know. And I would love to hear them. You only got a glimpse of one of my goals, but eventually I will share my other goals as well. Okay. And stay classy with classical feng shui. Bye. Thanks, Gigi.